Hey everybody, how you doing? Hey, you know what? It's summertime, and what a great time of year, you know? I think most of us would agree that this is probably the best time of year because, you know, we get to do all of these really fun, great things, and we get to be outdoors, you know, have barbecues and softball and go to the beach or go to the lake or hang out at the park or whatever. And you know, for a lot of pet owners, the fun just isn't complete if they don't involve their pets. So in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a few tips, just some common sense things to help keep your pet happy and healthy while having fun in the sun. Okay, tip number one. It seems amazing to me that this tip has to be shared time and time and time again. However, every year we hear tragic stories of pets dying in hot cars. Never, under any circumstances, leave your pet in the car on a sunny day. Even if the temperature outside feels mild, the sun can raise the temperature in your car to 120 degrees Fahrenheit in a very short period of time. And at that temperature, brain damage begins within a matter of minutes, followed by death. On especially hot days, even parking in the shade is of little benefit. So if you have to run errands and it's not some place that you can take your pet out of the car to go in with you, then it's best to leave them at home. Okay, tip number two. When you're out in public locations such as the park or the lake, keep your pet on the leash. This will help to keep them from getting lost in a strange place or possibly getting into altercations with other animals in the area. This will also ensure that their curiosity doesn't get the better of them and keep them from eating or drinking something that could be harmful to them. Okay, tip number three. Join the hydration nation. Hey, you know, water's important to both you and your pet. On those really warm days, be sure to check their bowls 2 or 3 times. Make sure that they have plenty of clean, fresh water. And if you're going out and about, be sure to take plenty of H2O for the both of you. Don't let your pet drink out of puddles or out of the gutter or anything like that when you're out and about because, you know, there could be things there that are not so good for them like pesticides or antifreeze or oil. There's a lot of really great, innovative travel bowls that collapse to save space for water. They also have some really cool doggy and kitty water bottles. So be sure to have plenty of water on hand for both you and your pet. Okay, tip number 4. Sunscreen for pets? Absolutely. Now, sure, they have all of that fur to protect them, but believe me, our pets can suffer the same effects from the sun as what we do, so, for example, sunburn. Especially those pets that are light-colored with the pink or red-colored noses. Now, try to avoid going out in the high sun if possible, but you know what, if you do, just be sure to use some sort of sunscreen. The sunscreen that you use for yourself is probably fine for your pets, or you can buy some that's made especially for pets. Be sure to put a little sunscreen on areas that are exposed, like the tips of their ears, around their lips, and of course on those little pink noses. Okay, tip number 5. Take extra precautions on those particularly humid days. Unlike people who sweat all over to cool down, your pets only sweat around their paws and depend on panting to keep their body temperature regulated. When your pet is panting, air passes through the nasal passages and picks up heat, and then it's exhaled through the mouth. This is a very efficient form of cooling for your pet. However, it doesn't work as well on particularly humid days. Also, if your pet has really long hair, make sure that they are well groomed, because although their hair protects them, if it's full of tangles and mats and so forth, it can keep too much heat close to their body. So make sure that they've had a good brushing, or if you prefer, treat them to a spa day at the groomers. Tip number 6, and maybe the most important one, watch for symptoms of heat stroke. Heat stroke in pets, as in people, is a medical emergency, and even with immediate treatment can often prove fatal. Now, some of the symptoms of heat stroke are panting, staring, anxious expression on their face, maybe they don't follow your commands, they exhibit a high fever, their skin is warm and dry, rapid heartbeat, vomiting, and or collapse. If you think that your pet may be suffering from heat stroke, get a hold of a veterinarian immediately, and then do everything you can to get that body temperature down. Get them out of the direct sun, find a towel or a t-shirt or whatever's available, soak it in cold water, and apply it to the bare skin on their bodies, such as in their stomach area. Got to get that body temperature down. Now, a lot of pets will respond pretty quickly to this, and they may even seem okay, but they will relapse as soon as their body temperature rises a little more. So, no matter what, in the case of heat stroke, veterinarian care is mandatory. And what the vet will do will really depend on the severity of the heat stroke. Most likely they will take more steps to lower the body temperature. They may introduce intravenous fluids to rehydrate, and they may have to give some sort of medication to help prevent brain damage. Now, while extreme temperatures can be a little bit hazardous to both you and your pet, with a little common sense and a little preparation, there's no reason that summertime just can't be a great time of fun in the sun. Thanks for your time, guys. See you next time.